the young men of the new German Reich welded into a mighty war machine.
The German soldiers stood in immaculate uniforms, boots polished, rifles ordered, every movement precise. They had been raised to believe that history belonged to the disciplined Prussian warrior race, to hierarchy, bearing, sacrifice, and iron professionalism. They were surrendering, they assumed, to a civilization even more formidable than themselves, a colder, sharper machine, a society of perfect engineers and military aristocrats. The industrial titan that outproduced them, outfueled them, outradioed them, outflown them. Instead, rolling toward them came a loose column of unshaven boys from Iowa and Nebraska, helmets crooked, jackets open, chewing gum, laughing, one eating from a tin, another waving from the back of a truck, all smoking. The Germans could scarcely comprehend it. These were not the stern conquerors of European imagination. They looked like mechanics, shopkeepers, and farmhands. Yet behind them stood a civilization so productive, so mechanically competent, and so organisationally powerful that it crossed an ocean and dismantled one of the greatest military machines the world had ever produced. Obviously, I'm not claiming that sitting at Emacs is equivalent to storming Normandy, but the parallel is about how powerful systems often look surprisingly informal from the outside. A German officer after Normandy said, "The reason why the American army does so well in wartime is that war is chaos, and the American army practices chaos on a daily basis." The Germans expected the victors to look more Prussian than the Prussians. Instead, they found American farm boys backed by an impossibly productive civilization. Likewise, newcomers to programming often expect the real technological power to look clean, centralized, and tightly controlled. So they look at Apple platforms, managed ecosystems, app stores, blessed languages, official frameworks, neat documentation, strict conventions, and assume that this must be where the deepest power lies. And then they encounter the Linux and open source world. A shaggy militia of C and C++ programmers on Linux machines, 20 competing build systems, shell scripts written in 1987, weird terminals, forks of forks, ancient mailing lists, bearded maintainers arguing about text encodings. It looks chaotic, yet this strange civilization quietly runs most of the world. The servers, the cloud, the supercomputers, the routers, the stock exchanges, Android, the internet backbone, AI infrastructure, spacecraft, and much of modern embedded computing. The apparent disorder hides enormous evolutionary strength. It's not that messiness is good, but it's that decentralized systems evolve rapidly. Rough consensus can outperform rigid central planning. Permissionless experimentation creates resilience. Open ecosystems accumulate capabilities organically, and loose federations of highly motivated specialists can outperform elegant top-down structures. So you may think that you want coherence, clear onboarding, predictability, consistency. But actually, progress comes from adaptability, extensibility, raw control, survivability, and infrastructural depth. So the proprietary world may look more civilized and orderly, and the other side looks improvised and untidy. But the untidy side possesses deeper industrial and infrastructural power. Freedom often looks amateurish. It doesn't always come with polish. It doesn't always come with personalities that say the right thing, or have the right views, or have the social skills to speak well in public, or to cope in organizational structures. Highly capable systems do not always look disciplined or elegant. Rigid polish often loses to chaotic effectiveness. Anyway, that's what I think. Let me know what you think. Now go invent something.